Hi everybody, welcome back to Real Estate Investing and Ventures. I'm Joe Jurek and I'm your host. Well, I can't believe it. This is the end of the A to Z series on how to do a deal. We came to the final letter Z. Now, if you've been watching the whole series, welcome back. If you're new to this series, who the heck am I? Well, my name is Joe Jurek. I'm a real estate investor. I have the ability to travel all over the country and help people just like you trying to get started in real estate or take their real estate to the next level. So in this last video, we're going to have an opportunity to talk about Z. One of the most important Z words that I would say with real estate is going to be zoning. This past week, I went to take a look at a property that was zoned for residential and commercial. Zoning is key, whether it's residential, commercial, or mixed use. Sometimes I even look at properties and they say, oh look, isn't it great? They turn the garage into a unit. It's a 2-unit. Well, if it's only zoned single family, then it can only be a single family. What I would encourage you to do when in doubt, check the local town or city as to what the zoning might be for that property. They will be able to tell you, is it zoned single family, multi-family, is it zoned commercial? Because that can really impact the value. If you think you're buying a 2-unit and then later you find out it's a single unit, can that be a headache? It can be. And I have stories for everything. I got to tell you this story, okay? I was buying this duplex. It was a duplex probably for almost 100 years, okay? But the city I was buying it in at the time did not like duplexes. They didn't like multifamily. They preferred single family home because they felt that having less rentals was more of a community-based, residential feel. That was their thoughts. And they thought sometimes if there were too many rental units, people were moving in, moving out. So they're really trying to discourage from having too many rental units in that city. Well, I didn't really know that at the time. I had purchased this duplex. You could tell it was a duplex. It's been a duplex, but the local ordinance that was passed in that city was if the building was vacant for more than 3 months, it could revert back to single family zoning for single family housing. So what did that mean? I went to the zoning. I said I bought it as a duplex. They said, sorry, it's going to get rezoned as a single family. So instead of having a 3-bedroom, 2-bath and a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, they wanted me to make it into a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, which I was looking at renting it. And I said, isn't there any other thing we could do? And they go, you could apply for a zoning ordinance and you would have to send out and advertise public notice 3 times, have 3 hearings, send it out to everybody on that block and the block behind it and all around, because there was an issue about parking, that sort of thing. So I went through the whole process. It was rather grueling, sending out registered letters to all the people, having 3 hearings, and then they had 5 committee people vote on it. And believe it or not, I made it by the skin of my teeth. It came in at 3 yes, 2 no. So anytime you're not sure of the zoning, make sure you verify it through the town or the city zoning department. The other house I looked at this weekend that was zoned residential and commercial, sometimes banks will not lend on a property if it's zoned commercial as a residential loan. You'll have to get a business loan or a commercial loan through the commercial department. Could that impact financing? It could. What if you're buying a property and you think you're going to go ahead and flip it and sell it as a regular single family home, and then later you find out people can't qualify for financing because it's zoned commercial or mixed use? Once again, check in your local area, talk to banks, talk to people, and basically inquire if it's mixed use or zoned one way or another. How easy would it be to not only get the lending for it, but also the insurance? The insurance can be another factor. Make sure you watch the I video. We talk a little bit about insurance in there, but some of my other videos do as well. But you don't want any surprises later. A lot of times zoning can really impact values of properties. You may have a property on a double lot, and that double lot could be zoned, or rezoned as 2 separate lots. Could that make that property more valuable? Golden nugget, it sure can. So I got to tell you another story. I was out in California and we were looking at this small 2-bedroom, 1-bath property, and it was a few blocks from Pacific Ocean. This was in Northern California, a suburb outside of San Francisco. And they were asking something like $800,000 for the house. And a couple of people I was with said, oh, no, we don't like that property. It's only a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Who's going to want it? And I saw the house here. I saw another lot, and I saw a third lot. Okay. And I said to the realtor, I said, wow, this lot looks pretty big. Is these other 2 lots with this house? Because then it would make for 3 lots. And the realtor said, well, I don't know. Let me look at the listing. And then she said, oh. I said, oh, what? She goes, it is a 3-lot. It's zone 3 family. Now, did the value now seem a lot more attractive getting 3 different lots plus a smaller, older home? It sure did. Because was there possibility that I could go and see about zoning if I could break it into 3 lots or build 2 additional properties if I was buying in that particular area? I sure could. So always see the potential that other people might miss. And with zoning, it's a critical thing. Now, when we talk about zoning, I often think also about like a 0 lot line. There are certain parts of the country where you may have 2 properties, both kind of right on, the lot line of the, breakout of how it's taking place. Whenever you're in doubt of your property lot and the lot line, I would definitely have a survey done. The survey can show you where your lot is, where it overlaps, and why I bring that up again. I bought a property in a subdivision that was there probably 20 years, okay? You saw the house, you saw the garages, you saw the house behind it, the side of it, front, back, the whole bit. Now, anytime you get financing, they do require a survey. I didn't think I'd need one because the property was there for 20 years. You could see where everything was at. We fixed up the property and we were going to go ahead and flip the property. When we found out, they decided to go an extra foot. Instead of a 2-car garage, they made it more like a 2.5-car. I don't know how you'd fit a half car in, but in any event for storage. So like a 2.5-car garage. And lo and behold, it was about a foot on the neighbor's property. Isn't that a kick in the pants? Let me tell you. So with that happening, there was one of 2 options. Either we had to negotiate purchasing another foot of that lot line and then having that property, or we would just have to chop the garage, which wasn't a good option. So neither one of those were really the best option. So we ended up keeping it as a rental property and still kind of working out some of the details on that. But what I would tell you is this: paying for a survey is going to alleviate a lot of headaches down the road. So a survey is well worth its weight in gold to make sure you get that. So as you look at potential real estate deals out there, you want to think about these things, kind of where's the lot line, the neighbors on both sides. You want to also, look at zoning for the property. And, this can really impact maybe the potential value or desirability of the property. Well, I just want to tell you, this has been such a fun series, the A through Z, on how to get a deal done, how to do a deal. I just have to recap again. If you have not gone through all the videos A through Z, go ahead and go through them. What I would really appreciate, if you leave a comment, let me know which videos you liked more than others and why. I'd love to do more videos, more tips, techniques, golden nuggets, things of that nature. But I'd love to hear back from you. Give me that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But what I would also ask you to do is leave comments. What did you like? What are you doing? Which videos were good out of the A through Z? And that'll help me going forward in the future. The other thing I want to tell you about, if you haven't done a deal yet, it can be very scary. It can be. I understand that. But through education, through trying, through running the numbers, through having an exit strategy, and remember video C talking about a contingency, there was a way out. So if you make an offer that gets accepted and later you find out it was something you didn't really want to do, or if you're trying to wholesale and you couldn't wholesale it, or later you find out, hey, I'm going to do a buy, fix, and flip, but I got an inspection done prior to closing and I found too many more issues or problems with the property, well, the contingency will let you back out. So this is what I want to tell you, a few last minute golden nugget tips. When it comes to real estate, first and foremost, take a deep breath. Why? It's going to be okay. All right. We're usually nervous anytime we do something or we're trying to do something. So take a deep breath. The other thing is, with each day, really have laser line focus. Now you see the swimming pool behind me. Normally I tell people you got to stay in your lane, stay in your lane, stay in your lane, like an Olympic swimmer. Why? People will be all over the pool trying to do too many different real estate things, look in too many areas. So I just want to reiterate, focus on one strategy starting out. Focus on one area. Focus on one type of property. Now, if you have that laser line focus and you stay right in your lane, you're going to get there a lot quicker than being all over the place. So that's a key. The other thing, build your power team, have the right people to help you, leverage the time of others that are willing to help you, and really have fun during this adventure. You're going to create your own real estate investing adventure. Have fun with it. If you have fun with it, it's going to be a lot better than going to work every day worrying about, well, how am I going to make some extra money, or is this the best it's going to get? Because with your real estate adventure, if you have fun with it, it later becomes profitable and really profitable, then you're going to have a hard choice to make of if that's what you're going to do full-time or continue doing part-time. So I want you to get out there and try it. Get out there and explore. Create your own expedition. Get out there and start looking at properties. Let me know what you find. I always love hearing about people that do deals, so be sure to leave me comments if you've done a deal or you're working on a deal. Love to hear about that from you. So get out there and make those dreams a reality. Take care, as we just finished the A through Z series on how to get a deal or how to get the next deal done. So go make it happen. Take care. Believe and achieve. Bye-bye.
Do it now. Believe and achieve. Take care.